Hey, hi, Robin Loznak here. I'm here at my property in Southwest Oregon. I'm going to use some of my pictures during the slideshow. It's nice to see my face, but you know, I might as well use this as an opportunity for you to see some of my work. It's about 25 miles that way to the ocean, and Eugene, Oregon's maybe about 40 miles that way, and Roseburg's about 35 miles that way. We've lived here for about 15 years. This property was homesteaded by my in-laws about 150 years ago. They came over on the Oregon Trail. It runs along the Umpqua River right over there, about a mile. Beautiful place, tons of wildlife here, lots of bears and mountain lions, eagles, etc. So about me, I've been a photographer for close to 30 years. Started out in college at the college newspaper, University of Michigan. Went on from there to work at small newspapers in Montana and Oregon for about 20 years plus. After that, I started a small photo studio in Roseburg. Took a break, was a veterinary assistant for a couple of years, and but continued taking pictures, a lot of nature pictures. Also working with an international photo agency, and then continued looking for other opportunities. And a few years ago, started working with a couple of nonprofit organizations. So some of my primary clients now are international non-governmental organization traveling around the world giving medical aid at disasters. Also, another client, a nonprofit out of Eugene, which is a legal organization, and they represent youth in climate litigation around the nation, and I travel around for them and provide a lot of photos. Most of those photos are used in their social media campaigns, in both cases, for the NGO and for the nonprofit. And I also do a lot of nature photography. So my work is represented by International Photo Agency, Zuma Press, and my work, a lot of the stuff I take around here, but it can be pretty much anything as far as nature goes. I also will shoot editorial and news photos for the agency, which also get picked up and spread, disseminated around the world. At the Daily Interlake in Kalispell, Montana, which is very close to Glacier National Park, I started concentrating on more nature and wildlife photos, and the newspaper would use those pictures. I got a really great feedback from the readers and people that knew me. They really loved those pictures, so I continued doing that, and that really opened my eyes to being a nature photographer and a wildlife photographer. I started providing my work to the Associated Press, and then eventually to Zuma Press, the photo agency I work with still to this day. And a lot of those photos, be they nature pictures or just news pictures that I would happen across in Montana, these pictures were widely disseminated around the world. For my work with Heart to Heart International, I have been traveling around the world. Started out, my first trip with them was to the Bahamas to provide photos and videos for their response to Hurricane Dorian. Subsequent to that, I have traveled to several other hurricanes, earthquakes, tornadoes, and this year, in fact, we went 3 times to Ukraine. I provide photos and video. I generally edit in the field, the videos and the photos, and provide them to Heart to Heart, who are based in Kansas City, and they use those photos and video in their media, their traditional media. They provide it to the local news or any news source, also for their social media, their Facebook, Instagram, etc. And from what I've heard, they've had a great success with my work. It's really helped spread their story around and possibly even helped their donations.